So this was a 48 years old female, known case of diabetes, hypertension, presented with evolved anterior wall ST elevation MI. After 4 days, she has presented. So this was an angiography, and you can see there is a ostial LED significant lesion, thrombotic lesion. So we decided to do the IVUS guided angioplasty to the LED. So on second day, we ordered the IVUS, and so this is the cranial view, and you can see there is a mid LED also, there is a lesion. We decided to do the angioplasty to mid LED and then ostial LED. This is the areocranial view. You can see the same thing. There's a bend in the mid LED where the lesion is exactly. So basically, to do the angioplasty of ostial LED, there are two techniques. One is nail the ostium, in which you can keep the stent just ostium and 1 to 2 struts in the left main, that is hanging stent. So that is called nail the ostium strategy, and there are advantage and disadvantage of the strategy. And the second strategy is LM to LED. So generally in ACS case, we generally used to do a LM to LED stenting in this thrombotic ostial LED. So we decided to do the LM to LED angioplasty, and there was a lesion in the mid LED, so we decided to do the angioplasty in mid LED also. So we ordered IVUS. This was through the right femoral root. This is the JL catheter, 6 French. So we cross the beam WPTCA wire in the LED, and then second wire in the LCX. And this was the IVUS catheter in the LCX. First of all, we wanted to see whether ostial LCX there is a lesion or not. So there was no significant lesion in the ostial LCX. There was a thrombus, minor thrombus in the ostial LCX, and this is the IVUS pullback in the LED, right from the mid LED, right from the lesion to we took. So this was the cranial shot after the IVUS. So when I was pulling the catheter of IVUS, this has happened. IVUS catheter got stuck, and you can see the looping of the guide wire over there. So how it has happened, we don't know. Maybe probably there was a bend in the LED, so that may lead to this looping of the wire, and this was the disaster at the start of procedure, and we got rid of with this. We have given the NTJ and all, and then gently we pulled out this wire and catheter, and somehow that has we got it out. So luckily there was no any dissection or any thrombus dissection or any perforation after pulling the wire. So with the guidance of IVUS, we came to know that there was a severe reduced area in this mid LED where the lesion is. The lesion was at around 80%, and the area was almost around 2 to 3 mm square. And with IVUS guidance, we decided to put this stent is 2.25 into 24 in this mid LED in the bend. Generally in the mid LED we used to stent like 2.5, like, but with the IVUS guidance it was the area was at around so we took a 2.25 stent, and then we inflated the stent at around 12 atmospheric pressure. And now this was the picture. So after IVUS shot, again we took a IVUS shot, and we came to know that stent is under deployed. So we did the NC for that, and now we wanted to put a stent from LM to ostial LED, and we wanted to overlap the stent with the earlier mid LED stent. So we took a stent of at an around, the proximal diameter of LED was 3, so we took a stent of 3 into 20, and we wanted to overlap the stent with the earlier stent. And this is provisional we are doing. If LCX get compromised, then we will intervene. Otherwise, we will not intervene the LCX, because there was no significant lesion at the ostium of LCX. In the proximal LCX, there was a mild lesion. So this was a strategy. So this was a stent boost, and we overlapped the stent, and then with the help of IVUS, we placed the stent in the LM. 7 to 8 mm stent we placed in the LM from mid LM, and then this was the placement of the stent from mid LM. Almost 7 to 8 mm stent was in the from mid LM to the LAD ostium. So we checked in all the view. This is iliacaudal view again, ariocaudal, iliacaudal. These are the two views in which we can check this while putting in the LM stent. And then finally we deployed the stent at 12 atmospheric pressure. This was the 3 into 20 mm stent. So this is the scene after the stent deployment in the left main to LAD. And I didn't have any pinching of the LCX now. So we were lucky not to have a pinching of LCX. LCX is flowing TEMI 3. And so this was the scene after the placement of the LM to LAD. And now we wanted to do the pot, and we wanted to do the NC for this stent. And this was the IVUS pullback. After the stent deployment, we took a IVUS to see how under expanded this stent. So there was under expansion in the proximal LAD also. So after doing pot, we are going to do the NC also in the proximal LAD also. And for the pot, we took a balloon of 3.5 diameter into the 6 length, and this was a stent boost. And this is we are doing pot proximal optimization technique. We inflated this 3.5 balloon at around 14 atmospheric pressure in the left main. So during the inflation, BP has fall down to 70 systole. But after deflation of the balloon, the BP has come up, and this has happened after the pot. LCX got pinched. So now the strategy to open this stent strut in the LCX. So we did the NC for this earlier stent, and in proximal LAD also with the 2.5 balloon. Then after pot and NC, we took IVUS shoot, and we confirmed that there was no under expansion, no edge dissection, nothing. It was wonderfully expanded both stent in the LM also and LAD. And this is the balloon to open the strut into LCX, and then we inflated this balloon. It is a 2.5 balloon. That pinching has improved, so there's no need to put other stent. This was a provisional stenting from LM to LAD for this ostial LAD lesion. So this is the LM to LAD angioplasty, and L6 also got saved. So area achieved in the left main was at around 10 to 11 mm square in the IVUS, and in proximal LAD the area was around 7 to 8 mm square. And with the help of IVUS, we saw there was no under expansion of the stent, there was no edge dissection, and everything went well in this procedure of angioplasty to left main to LAD, and patient shifted to ICU with normal hemodynamics. So this was the complex angioplasty to LM to LAD, provisional stenting in this evolved anterior wall ST elevation MI after the 4 days, and patient is stable.